everybody, welcome to the Dad Challenge podcast on the road here in Florida. It is nice outside. I'm so excited. I'm wearing shorts for the first time ever. We left Canada, it was minus 20, super freezing, super snowy. Get here and now we're in shorts and things just happen. I wasn't going to do videos, but Kyra went ahead and did an upload, so of course we're going to cover it. Kids down swimming in the pool. We're going to be going shooting guns later. I'm excited. But we got to talk about this Kyra thing. What's going on? I haven't seen her in a while. It's a long time no see, bestie. Bestie Becky or whatever she calls him. So let's talk about it. Sorry if the audio is garb. There's nothing I can do about it. This room is echoey AF. It's a beautiful day, though, out here in sunny, where are we? Fort Lauderdale? I'm actually staying at a really cool hotel. Story time. So we're traveling with friends of ours, and we all have a bunch of kids, and we're at we rent this Airbnb because we think it's going to save us some money because we got, there's lots of people. And so we get to the Airbnb, or they do before we do. Like, it's been a long... Has anybody ever had a family vacation that started off, like, smooth? Ever? Nothing went wrong? Okay, well, that's not us. So anyway, we get to the car rental place because I'm cheap. Or I'm frugal. I'm trying to look for deals. I'm like, oh, there's a good deal. Got a good deal on a nice SUV for $80 for 2 days. That's a good deal, right? Except when you get off the airport, it's Fort Lauderdale. There's no car rental place. So there's a shuttle that takes you to the car rental place. Fine. It's not that far away. It's still basically on the airport. I get to the shuttle place, and not all of us fit on the bus. So I had to take by myself. I was like, I'll come back and get you. And anyway, long story short, they get on the next bus to come out, and she calls me like, we're on the next bus. I'm like, great. So I go in to check out where our rental thing is, and it doesn't exist in this rental place. And it's a huge rental place. And then there's a little sign that says, call here if your car is at one of these places. Another shuttle had to come get me and take me like 10 minutes away from the airport to get this car. So it started off real nice, the whole vacation. And then went to the Airbnb, and there was bugs, ants that were eating another bug. The air conditioning was broken. The pool was below the pump line, so the water was it was a gong show. So we ended up just finding a hotel that was pretty close, and it's this hotel called True, something like that, TRU. And it's really nice here. The breakfast was baller. They had waffles that you turn and it times it. It's got a pancake maker. It was great. So that's my story time so far. We haven't hit the cruise yet. We are going to go on the cruise later, and I'm very excited about it. But all that to say, let's talk about Kyra, shall we? Okay. Kyra is back. Where you been, bestie? What's going on? I guess we're gonna find out. Also, shout out to Curious Research because she's the bomb. If it's a she.
5 minutes late because I went after I was late for a while and it was bothering me. Then I wasn't late at all. I was sitting here early, and I even hopped on early.
How are people still fans of Kyra? How did she didn't do a lot, a paid live? People pay subscriptions for this. She didn't do a paid subscription for 2 months or something like that. So how are there still people here?
Good amount of times, and
I can't see the number at the top of how many people in the chat. It's been cut off.
Time. I think because I haven't done it in so long, I forget that it takes a couple minutes to...
Uh-oh.
Duh. And then also I didn't have the kids today, but then a bunch of got up wanting to go to. It was a science fair. I'm not going to lie. I love taking the kids to school events.
No, you don't, Kyra. No, you don't. You don't do anything except fart on people.
This one was not my favorite. It was STEM, so I thought it'd be cool. It was not. And I took Aura, and so...
She's trying to cover present. I went to the STEM thing. I don't know what STEM means. I think it's ST, sexually transmitted ectomorphic marbles or something. I don't know. It wasn't what I thought it was.
It was just most things she couldn't do, and then she got frustrated. Also, I got this new...
Herpes bump? Yeah, we see it. We see it, Kyra.
Pample, okay?
It's a pample? No, it's a herpes bump.
She's new.
You can steal her husband, too. Burn!
Oh my gosh, so many familiar faces, guys. It's
so many familiar faces. All the farms that are familiar. I love familiars.
Weird. I haven't done a live in so long, but it also feels not that long.
Yeah, we could have done without you. We all thought you were done. But what did I say? No. Do you think Kyra's going to give up her only source of income, which is a very low source of income, even though her ad rates probably pay thousands, and that's all that really sustains her because her views aren't going to sustain her. So it's quite interesting.
Oh my gosh, congratulations. That's amazing. In bed. That's the best way to celebrate it.
In bed?
I'm just like...
Whoever downloaded this Curious Research, get better internet. I'm just kidding. I'm thankful for you. Okay.
Such a bed... Not even
She was going to say bed horror. She was going to say, she was going to say, oh, story time also. In Florida, if you didn't know, you guys have this. Oh my gosh. Now, I told you I wasn't drinking soda anymore, and I'm not really. But it's vacation, and I found this. So, if you have never had this drink, do yourself a darn favor, okay? Get some. We used to have this in Ontario when we were kids. It was called Tahiti Treat, not Tahitian Treat. So I found this, and I mean, I found it over time, over the last couple of years here and there, but you guys just sell this normally. It is the best, most toxic, sugary drink in the entire world, and you need to try it at least once, even if you don't drink soda. Now, I had a little sip of it last night, and I felt like a bag of smashed assholes, but I bought this anyway. Probably not going to drink the rest of it, but I am so happy you have it. If I flatten it, maybe it'll be good. I don't know.
But like home. Like I just love home. Like Demi, I missed you. Thank you for like messaging and supporting and just like sticking around. I know
Demi's also a home wrecker, probably.
But I mean, I kind of mentioned to you guys that I was going to like take a break and stuff, but I didn't expect to be gone so drastically and for so long.
How were you gone drastically? How does that make it sense? I was gone drastically, like just super gone, drastically gone. Like, shut up.
And I also expected to have like a lot more wedding content by now.
Couldn't you just put a little dot of makeup on that?
No, but I'm still waiting. That stuff, like, I don't know why I was expecting to have it quick because it always takes a long time, but it's
How do you know, Kyra? You've never been married. What do you mean always takes long? Shut up.
still, I'm just like, dying.
You're dying because you didn't get your shitty wedding stuff back? I'll summarize it for you. Okay, there's like a few people there, like 6 or 7. Your boobs were out. The yitties were out. Okay, you guys probably did a bunch of disgusting kissing. That was so fake and gross. Probably had a couple inappropriate jokes at appropriate games. Things like that because you guys are inappropriate because you're like the 80s. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying when I say like the 80s type of like sexual inappropriateness? Those people that were just like, do you know what I'm saying though? I think people know what I'm saying. Like it's like 80s.
It's been 2 months, I think. Has it? Yeah, like literally a couple days away from being 2 months. That's crazy. And I was just going to take January off. But then...
You did take January off. What are you saying you were gonna?
So many things, like brand-wise, and waiting for approvals, and then that content, like, I literally was...
Can you imagine the approvals for her brands are like, this is what you're going to give us? She's like, yeah, this is what you get. I mean, could you just not cover up the herpes a little bit if you're going to talk about dildos? Just a little? Could you not have? They approve that content? Crazy. I do brand deals all the time. And the approval process can be long depending on the product and how the relationship. And like, the people watching her to approve it, are you watching it? Are you like, yeah, this is good. We're going to go with this.
Just like, you know what? I'm just going to post and then hold off like the sponsor... the honeymoon stuff because the place. So
she's waiting to like. She's telling the people that are doing the brand deals, look, I've got some content that's going to get some huge hits. It's my wedding stuff. So she's holding off on doing it. But guys, do me a favor. If you don't like Kyra and you don't want to sponsor somebody who's a home wrecking douchebag, don't watch it. Make this the time you don't hate watch. Use other avenues to watch it if you must. Of course, I'm going to cover it. Head over to Reddit. I'm sure they'll cover it. Guys, do not give her that view so she doesn't reach her CPM hit. If you know, like, so when you sign a brand deal says, look, we're going to give you this much money, and it's probably thousands of dollars, okay? If like 5,000 to 6, 10, maybe 10, I don't know, because she has lots of subscribers. But they're going to say, look, you need to hit this many view count. And she doesn't get, like, she does get still 80, 60, 70,000 views on her videos, but they're mostly hate watches. If she doesn't reach that echelon, they have to like either get another free ad read from her or they don't pay her. Do not watch her wedding content on her channel. Watch it over here. Pay me to watch it. Okay? Don't give her the view. It's not worth it. She's going to get paid big bucks for it.
We stayed as like, it wasn't necessarily sponsored, but kind of. And so...
What does that mean? What does it mean it wasn't sponsored, but it was sponsored? Shut up!
There's something outside. I just have to like show them the content before it goes up. Anyways, they're taking a long time to approve it, and they're just on a lot different schedule, like, than me, and so I'm still waiting. So the honeymoon.
So what she meant to say there, they're on a much different schedule than me. They have normal schedules, and I'm like weekend warrior. Sometimes I'll do it, sometimes I won't. I'm mom. Sometimes I'm farting. Sometimes I'm on the taint. Sometimes I'm just high off the taint. So it's like our schedules are different. No, Kyra, they work normal, regular schedules. You don't. You work a whatever you want to do schedule, and then you tell everybody how busy you are. Okay? Get right.
That was supposed to go up, like, that was going to be the first thing I came back with, was like sharing all of the honeymoon pictures and videos, but that had to wait. So
are you gonna be okay? Shut up.
Cancun to Vancouver. Oh my gosh. Or Vancouver Island. How far is that?
Far.
I went to Disneyland for Alea's birthday, and we flew back, and you guys know I have anxiety over everything, let's be real, but I have really bad flight anxiety. It actually went away.
Don't try this.
I mean, I drink to help myself, but like I could do.
So basically we just said you're an alcoholic, so you drink to cope. That's nice admission. Nice, Kyra, good one.
But this last time I flew back from Disneyland, no joke, they were boarding the plane, and I called Preston and
Do you have enough gas? You okay there? Got enough gas?
my dad, and was like, I cannot get on the plane. I can't. Like, I'm gonna have to drive. There's just...
What the heck?
There's balloons. I've never seen that before. Oh my god, that was so cool.
So, you're such a baby you can't get on it. You've flown like 1,000,000 times. Are you serious?
Anyways, yeah.
Anyways.
It was horrible. So, we have a trip planned to Scotland in a couple...
Yeah. I have deathly fear of flying. Okay, so we're heading to Scotland. We're walking, but, you know, I just don't want to fly, so we're just going to walk. Or maybe Taylor Swift will pick us up in a private jet. It's a little easier in a private jet, you know? This girl just got done saying it's like crippling anxiety. She has to drink to fly, and now she's going to Scotland. Where do you get the money? Like, save your money, Kyra. You're going to be broke.
months and like 2 months, and I'm terrified because I'm like, I ended up getting on the plane, by the way. I cried.
Did you? Okay.
I literally cried. I had to go up to the flight attendant, asked if they expected turbulence. Her answer was
yes. I hope that you had the most turbulence too. I really do. You deserve it. Half this video is just loading it.
yes, we actually are not going to be able to get out of our seats and do like survey as we're expecting like turbulence. But Alea was with me.
There's turbulence on this airplane. I'm like, do you guys know who I am? I'm a YouTuber. Can you go around the turbulence, please? Like, up higher or lower than the turbulence? Like, I don't like turbulence. They're like, you can go have a seat, ma'am. We don't know who you are. We don't care. And then they're like Googling while they're like waiting for her. Like, oh, it's Kyra. Hit extra turbulence. Like, knocking the pilot door. Hey, Mr. Pilot. There's this girl in this place. She's a YouTuber. She basically threw away her fiance and her whole family for strange taint. It was her nanny's husband that she stole. It's funny story. And she doesn't like flying and hates turbulence. So do me a flav, okay? Hit more turbulence. Like, find the turbulence. If there's like a turbulence finder, there's some. Fly into the turbulence.
And Alea told me, like, Mom, why are you so upset? And I felt like it was a good learning opportunity because I was like, you know, Mom gets
Because
scared
Mom has irrational fears of weird things. Okay, cool.
of things too. And she's like, but why are you scared? Like, what do you think could happen? And I was like, you know, I don't know what I'm scared of. Like, I just feel nervous. And I felt like it was a good learning opportunity, or like,
Yeah, well,
I don't know if that's what you'd call it, but
it's not stupid.
for me to show Alea, like, I get scared of things too, but we still do it anyways. And then it turns out good.
Did it? Did it? So your family, did it turn out okay? So you're teaching your daughter too. It's a learning moment. Here's the learning moment you've taught your daughter over the past couple of years. It's okay to only think about yourself, to throw your family away, as long as it's about you. Yas, queen, slay. Okay? Both of us, yas, queening and slaying. That's what you're teaching your kids. You're teaching your kids that you only you matter. You're the only person that matters in your entire world. It doesn't matter how many people you bring into the world or what kind of commitments you made. It doesn't matter. As long as you're happy and your fiance's husband is happy with Face taint zits.
That's what got me through it. Is like, you gotta this is a time to teach. Come on, you gotta get through this. But it was horrible. Okay.
You're also teaching
So
your
going to
child your body's not good enough. And if strange taint over here wants you to get big old floppy boobs, I call them dangly banglies, you have to get those. So it's like, yes, do everything for yourself, but also do everything for your fiance's husband. Those are the lessons we've learned. What have we learned today, kids?
And I'm like, oh my god, there's a thumbs up. Okay, I saw this I was FaceTiming the other day, and the person did a thumbs up, and it showed a thumbs up. And now it does it on here, too?
Shut up.
That's so weird.
What's this one do?
I feel like I was gone for 2 months, and now all of this stuff changed. I did change my last name. I always knew that I was going to change
Kyra Smith.
my last name. I'm not somebody who,
She doesn't have a brand to protect. That's why, because no one gives a shite about her.
I didn't love my last name. It was hard to spell, and it was long, and it was hard to say.
Sivertson is not hard to say or spell. Maybe for you, because you're dumb. Small bird.
But, it's my last name. I never, hated it. It's still a part of who I am. But I always knew when I got married I would want to change it.
Yeah.
Plus, Smith is just so much simpler and, easy to spell. You don't have to spell it every time.
Oh. Yeah, we know.
I think I hear a child.
Oh, you better kick her out of the room. I'm doing a live.
Alea? What are you doing?
So the kid comes down crying, needs her mummy. And what does mummy do? She still has an hour on this damn live. That's what she does.
Okay, careful. Mommy has her video on.
Priorities.
Can you go lay upstairs, and then when I'm done, I'll get you?
Hear your head.
I know you want to snuggle, Mommy, baby. I promise I'm going to snuggle you, but right
It's like you're wearing a football helmet that got hit with a hammer on the top.
now you're supposed to be in bed.
Where's Preston? Thought he was dadding over here.
Okay, hold on one jiffy. My dad wasn't, sad.
Hold on a jiffy. Wait, I'm going to answer questions first.
My dad knew that that's what I was going to want to do. I think that, a little part of him, But he also knew. Come here. Okay, I'll be right back.
Why does Kyra always look like she's wearing a diaper?
Hey, listen. We are big girl, baby. We cannot be so sad.
She's not a big girl, though. You can't just be like, you're a big girl. Do what I say. Clearly she's not. She's a small child who needs her mother. And you're like, F them kids. I wish I could see how many people are in this chat right now who stuck around.
Okay, so all of my kids have always slept in their rooms for the most part. Here and there, obviously, they'll come into my room. Aura's not like that. Aura she falls asleep in her bed every single night, but comes to my room every single night, at 4 o'clock in the morning. I thought I heard her get up.
Holy smokes!
And
finish the sentence! Who's watching this? I'd be so pissed if I was paying for this.
I can't tell if that's her or not.
Where is Presticles? Where did he go?
Just hard. I mean, if you guys have kids, you know, it's a part of you is okay, it's just a phase, it's not, she is still my baby. I feel like when you have the youngest, you always a little bit, if you're a parent, again, or ever have experience with kids, if, at first it's okay, let's go back up to our room.
You do not speak to your child let's you scream and you probably hit your kids, so get wrecked.
The gentle parent approach.
You are not a gentle parent. You have herpes on your face.
I don't know what your guys' kids, but my kids.
I know your guys'.
It's barely respond to gentle parenting. In fact, I had this conversation with Alea because the other day I got really upset and I yelled. And she was like, why'd you yell? That really hurt my feelings. Alea's really good at expressing her feelings, which I'm very proud of her for, and I expressed that to her. But I was telling her, listen, I don't want to yell at you, but you don't listen when I'm nice. And that's just as frustrating for me, You're
an idiot. You are a straight moron.
I don't know, I get it, it's so hard. It's balance. So anyways, the gentle approach is not working with the whole bedroom. situation. Like even right now, I tried to be nice. I took her up there. I like tickled her face like as she was laying down, and then as soon as I got up to walk away, she went to cry again, and I'm like,
then I suplexed her. Go to sleep. Sometimes that works, you know.
I had to be stern. Like you cannot cry like this. This is not okay.
I'm making money on the internet.
Anyways,
go to slay.
You guys probably don't give a shit, but yes, this is my wedding band. A lot of people have noticed that I've just been.
It's like you found it out of a vending machine.
Wearing my wedding band, and I love my pearl. Like this is the ring that I.
No, you don't. You're just saying that because everybody hates it, and you have to be like, I love it though, because it's quirky.
Told him that I always.
I'm sorry. It looks stupid. It looks stupid, and you're a liar.
Wanted like this was the dream ring, but it's not because of the pearl. It's not like great to wear every single day.
Because of the thing that makes it really ugly, it's hard to wear it every day because people make fun of me.
Because like pearls are very delicate. So luckily,
are they?
I haven't had anything ever happen to this ring.
You could just go to Costco and get another one.
Oh, I thought she was coming in again. I like dread it because I don't want to get mad at her either. But anyways,
no, you don't want to get mad at her on camera. But you still failed that.
When it came to my wedding band, when we were talking about like the style of wedding band that I wanted and stuff, because I didn't see, well, I guess I did see it before, but I wasn't planning on seeing it before. And
I didn't see it, and then I saw it, and then I saw it, and then I want to buy it, and then I didn't buy it, and I bought it, and saw it, and I was like, oh, every time Kyra says something, she says the other thing. Literally the exact other thing. I didn't want to do this, but then I did it. I didn't want to break up my family, then I did it. I didn't want to see Preston, but I saw Preston. You know, I didn't want to do all these things, but I did them. I didn't want to get face taint zits, but I got those too.
We were talking about like the style I wanted, and I knew I wanted a ring that I could wear by itself, and then like for special occasions wear both. I'm also just not a jewelry person, so wearing 2 rings all the time is a little excessive for me. But I love it. I love that it goes all the way around too. That was like
important. Oh, does your ring go all around your finger? That's crazy that the ring does that.
Because I hate the like, you know, a lot of rings are like half diamonds, and then this part is just like this part. But rings.
This part is this part, is it?
Like all the time, and then you're gonna constantly be fixing it. I'm not gonna be fixing it. So, yeah, I don't know. I love it. This is definitely. I just did like a whole 30 minutes, and it freaking ended.
Oh.
That's so annoying.
Okay, now we got some people. We got 14 people in your chat. You're so lucky.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyways.
If
you guys were watching the last live, I was talking about the wedding band, and I was going to add to what I was saying about it. This ring, I just feel like is so beautiful on its own that there's not.
It's not. It's ugly. It literally is ugly. Okay, it's ugly.
Really a ring that could go with it that would like complement it, in my opinion. So
it's like a white-headed zit, you know.
I kind of like wanted this ring to just be its own ring, and then like this ring, even though I would really probably never wear this
ring is its own ring, and this ring is its other ring, and the other ring is the only other one with the other on it. Okay, Kyra, you're so dumb. How do you get paid to do this?
I just love it.
It's not extravagant. Okay, it's a pearl from Costco.
Like the pearl, I just love pearls. I'm obsessed.
I know.
So many of our...
If you're so obsessed and you love pearls, I'm ashamed I know this. I've never seen you ever wear pearls before. If you're so obsessed with them, when you have earrings and necklaces and pearl things everywhere, if you're so obsessed, are you obsessed?
Wedding, like
she'll never forgive Preston for buying a pearl engagement ring. Never.
Details were pearl. Like I used like all the centerpieces, all the jars were filled with pearls. I love it. They're just so simple, and
she had to like triple and double. She had to like double, triple, quadruple down on the pearl thing. So she'd be like, "Look, I'm obsessed. They were at my wedding." She's even extra mad about that she had to do that.
Pretty cheap. Like you can buy them in bulk and like
they're not real
use
pearls
them to decorate. I can't believe it did that. I don't know. It literally just
said... You know what you should buy in bulk? Some dignity. little tiny bird.
It says pause for poor connection. It literally said your life has ended. Which is annoying because I wanted to save it, and now I'm going to save this one, and it's going to be like my first live back in months.
Curious Researchers gotcha.
It's like halfway started. So annoying.
You're annoying.
But what have you guys been up to? It's been so long. I feel like there's so much.
What did 21 of you up to?
So much can change in 2 months.
Well,
this purple shirt hasn't changed. I wear this shirt all the time.
Yeah, and it's not flattering on you.
I don't know if you guys saw, I worked with Pumi, and I've actually worked with them a couple times now. I love their bodysuit. Thank you. I do love the hair. It's so much easier. I cut it like...
Do you? Do you love that forehead hair? Do you? Like, I'm not a hair connoisseur, obviously. As you can see from my potato head. But, okay, let's be real. I would look better with that hair. I'm not saying something. Do better. I feel like she's just on a self-sabotaging tour.
2 days after the wedding, best choice I ever made. Just like washing it is so easy now. Like I used to dread washing my hair.
The things that she's like, oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with pearls and I dread washing my hair. You dread it? Like some people dread like heights. You dread rain and flying. I can't understand those fears even though I'll make fun of you for them. Like there are people who dread things. You dread washing your hair? You dread being clean. That's real safe.
I mean, who doesn't, right? But I dreaded it.
Lots of people don't dread it. Most humans don't. Sure I
get caught in like the little beads or whatever. So it was like just like an hour and a half.
Washing your hair with.
Shower with like the 22-inch hair. It was horrible. So anyways, with the short hair, it's so much easier. I will say, it also looks
you're as bald as I am almost. So
healthier, but my hair is just so thin, and like going from extensions to not having extensions, that is
bad.
Something that like makes me insecure.
But not the face herpes. Those are good. The hair does, not the face herpes.
I don't know, I look bald, but I do like it a lot better. It's just
no, you don't.
Like it sometimes isn't.
Kyra does all these. Kyra is this person that makes all these really terrible decisions, all of them. Okay, but can't admit to herself that they're wrong. She's like, I'm sad. She's like she'll get a terrible haircut and be like, I love it. And internally, she's crying. Okay, she gets a pearl engagement ring. This is the best thing ever. I love Preston. Hates Preston now. Okay, she makes bad choices and has her whole life, and just at this point, she just is resigned to it, and she has to like lie to herself that she's okay with these choices. That's what's happened.
It's not styled. It's a little crazy. Would you dye your hair brown ever? No. Actually, my natural hair color is brown. Not like super dark or anything, but
Would you ever go back to your natural color? Oh, how dare you ask me things like that? Do you know who you're talking to? I'm a YouTuber who hates flying.
It's ugly, and I've dyed it really brown, and it's really ugly. I mean, it was so many years ago, but I was like so scarred.
The user. You know what I'm saying? Not just the hair. Just saying. Whatever.
I was like, we're not doing this again. I don't care what you say.
Yeah, I'm sure. Hey, do this thing I'm paying you to do. You know what? No, we're not going to do that. Okay.
I let Levi play games late tonight. I'm very strict with screen time and
but not
especially
taint time. Not strict with taint time.
Video games. But tonight,
the things that she's strict with is hilarious. Okay, you're like a loser. You have no boundaries. Like, who cares? I'm glad. She's probably lying, but I'm glad she says that. But still, she's not.
I let him play late.
You don't parent.
And he's like so excited about it.
Someone says you look happy.
He's playing
Are we
Oculus.
seeing the same person?
The Oculus. I think that's the worst thing for kids, to be honest. I know that that says a lot because there's a lot out there. But the way people speak on Oculus, like Levi's learned words, like he's come to me and been like, Mom, what is this word? And I'm like,
no, the Oculus is fine if your kids aren't in. So do you hear what Kyra's admitting right now, guys? Hear this for a second. Kyra's admitting that her child, her little boy, interacts with people in the Oculus in the metaverse. That is, if a child's going to be in the Oculus, whatever, okay? Figure that out yourself. But they can play Gorilla Tag and all these things. You do not let them play with strangers on the internet. That's where the predators are going right now, because there are tons of kids in there, and this is how they're grooming them. You're letting your kids just talk to strangers on the internet? Are you out of your mind? You're crazy.
What just came out of your mouth? Like, worse than the F word, like, horrible things. So I hate when he plays the Oculus. I usually make
or just don't let him play online, you moron.
The other people.
What?
Or I have to like be in the room. I've gotten so angry. I have taken the headset off of him, you guys, and putting the headset on and like.
You've putting it on? I've putting it on myself and said, how dare you talk to my son? I'm a YouTuber. Okay? You can go watch his content on the internet.
Arguments with like young kids. Not arguments, but I like get on and I'm like, you cannot be speaking that way. Do you even know what you're saying? Like, it's absurd what these children say on there. It's crazy.
How dare you sit here and stand like, look at here, let me teach morals to children. Are you kidding me right now? You have a dildo ad next to pictures of your kids on Instagram. You're going to get on there and be like, do you guys know what you're saying? Have you ever heard anything that you've said on the internet? Are you crazy? You're such a hypocrite, Kyra. Have you Are you crazy? How... You kids shouldn't be saying things, but I say those things. Okay?
Thank you, Linda. I feel like I've come so far, guys. I didn't even know what a badge was, like, a couple months ago. I feel like I'm good at, like, what would you call it? Electronics?
You're good at electronics? No, you're not. Just because you called it that means that you're not good at electronics. Here's what you're good at. Being a douche.
Wow, I'm old. Yeah. Like, I can figure out electronics for the most part.
Just because you're calling it that, you can't. Like my wife calls things wires. These are cables. Anything that like plugs into something, whatever, it's not a wire. It's a cable. All right? Wires.
But I don't think I can actually. Like, I think I'm getting to the point where I'm like, oh, how do I do this? Why is it doing that? Like, my assistant, she's pretty young and so...
She still has this... Kyra, are you like diehard trying to spend every penny that you have so your kids have nothing? That's great. What she's gonna do is rely on Oscar to give the kids the things that they're gonna need, and that's fine because Oscar would do it. But that just means that she can like irresponsibly spend all of her money and then not leave nothing for her children. Scotland, fake boobs, terrible rings, terrible weddings, spending money on garbage, going to Mexico for like 3 weeks. You are buying 4 or 5 cars in the past 4 or 5 months. Like, you're out of your mind, Kyra. You are crazy.
Certain things she tells me that I'm like, huh? You can do that? We are the worst. Like, if you guys live in a 2-story, I guess it depends, because, like, the last
house... This isn't a 2-story. It's a bungalow.
House was a 2-story, and I never really heard it. I think it's just this house is really old. The insulation isn't, like, top-notch.
Probably is cancerous, whatever's in that thing. You know, what's that called? What's that stuff called? I forget, but it's like from the 70s.
But I keep hearing things outside. I wonder if it's like raining.
Oh my gosh, shut up.
I don't know. So weird. But yeah, anyways. Oh my gosh, like especially on Saturday mornings, because on weekdays I wake up before them and wake them up. But on the weekends, like I wait till they wake me up, and just as soon as they get out of bed, I hear it. Because it's like you would think somebody fell off the freaking bed. It's funny because I wonder why I break out so much here. Like, I mean, you guys know.
We know.
You've heard me talk about this for so long now, like years. But then I watch these lives back of myself, and I'm always like covering, like, or doing something like this. I wonder.
Why don't you just put makeup on like everybody else does?
Why? Like, what am I doing? Or what? Why do I? Because I feel like when I'm not doing lives or filming myself, I don't really do that. But maybe I just don't notice. And why would covering my mouth? Is it like an insecurity? I'm not insecure about my mouth.
You are. You should be.
Love the girls' room. Isn't it so cute? I feel like it's lacking.
So like, I feel like it's lacking.
Something,
you know.
I thought about letting the kids on the empty wall.
Empty walls.
I don't know if you guys saw the beginning of it. Really wanted to make dinner with you guys tonight. I thought that would be fun. But again, things just... It's really bothering me, the sound outside. What was I saying?
People pay for this.
Oh, I really want to do the cook. I'm co-parent going okay. Yes, I'm very grateful. Like, I feel like I've said this the last couple of times. I feel like we have a very healthy co-parent relationship, and I know that.
They don't. Kyra, you don't have a good relationship with anybody, okay? This thing focuses on my eyeballs. Look at this. You see my rogue eyebrow? No, because he cut it. My hair guy cut it. He's a good cutter.
That's not the case for so many people, so I'm very grateful that we're able to, like, keep that civil. for the most part, I feel like we've always really made that a priority to both.
Both. What are you doing?
Like, we both wanted a healthy relationship. I had like a bump.
You both wanted one? No, Oscar thought he was in one until you're like, oh yeah, I don't like it anymore, and I'm with Preston now.
Gosh, when you're not 18 anymore, you like feel these random like, what's that? That's new. Rachel, hello. Oh my gosh, it's been a minute since I've seen your name. That's what I love about subscribers is I feel like I see like names and I recognize them.
This is what I love about subscribers, that you pay me to hear me talk about the dumbest shit ever.
Thank you. I really missed you guys too. Like, even though the break was so good and I do feel so like so much more clear-minded, I've also kind of I feel like I evaluated, I guess, like what do I love about social media? What kind of content do I want to be putting out there? Like, what do I want to share with people? What is like my purpose on here, you know? Because I've been doing it for literally like 10 years. I think.
And you had everything going for you and you guys were making tons of money and then just like, but I want someone else's taint.
I think you can just get in the habit and like, then you're just like making content, which is fine. And I didn't mind that.
You do mind. You don't make it. No. You were relying on Oscar to do everything that she has is because of how hard Oscar worked and what he got good at editing, and he did all the stories. She didn't do anything, man, nothing, and all she was like treating like garbage on camera. And every time someone watches an old OK Baby video comes out, I could probably just randomly go choose one OK Baby video and we can go be like, look how crappy she is to Oscar.
Like I wanted to like what is my intention of being on here, you know, and like
your intention is to make money.
I don't know, like, who do I follow? Who do I feel inspired by? Like, who do I connect with? And what do I, what kind of people do I want to connect with, like, through my audience? All that. So basically, it was really good for all of those reasons, but it was really hard because I have been, as silly as it sounds, like, you guys really do feel like my friends, and so...
It sounds silly because it is silly, because they're not your friends and because you have no friends. You literally threw all of your real friends in the garbage when you split your family up and decided to be selfish and go find yourself. These aren't your friends, and to tell that to strangers is really weird because they think you're the friend. What if they came over to your house one day? What would you do? Right? You'd probably call the cops.
Going without that for a couple months, even though I was like still hanging out with friends in real life, I was like,
no, you weren't.
I just felt like something was missing.
Stop saying you're hanging out. No, you weren't. No, you have no friends.
And you know, like I'm not gonna lie, in these past couple of years of like getting the amount of hate that I've received, I have a lot of people in my personal life that are like, girl, how are you like still doing this?
How have you not blocked me yet? How have you not blocked the Dad Challenge podcast? How are you still doing that? It's a good question. And I hope she'll honestly answer this. I know the answer. It's because she has no other way of making any income. And this is the piddly bit that she's still getting is still more than a lot of people make in a month. She really is. Like, she really does make good money, like decent cash for basically doing nothing. Anybody would do that. So any amount of money that she makes, as long as it's paying her bills on here, she'll do it. She's not making wealth money anymore, but she's making probably enough to pay her bills and to go to Scotland and do things like that. She still makes more money than a lot of regular people who have good jobs. And that's why she does this. That's the only reason. So, okay.
And I've always just known, somebody's coming downstairs.
Look at her. She's like, how many times has Kyra told us how much she loves being a mom? Does this look like she loves being a mom to you guys? Like, how many times has she been like, I'm such a good person? Like, look at what she just did there. She did the biggest eye roll. Like, my offspring needs me, and I'm pissed about it.
Aura, you need to go upstairs. I told you that I'm going to come talk to you when I'm done.
In like an hour and a half.
But if you can't listen, then I'm not going to. Do you need help with your hair?
But if you can't, I'm not. If you can't listen, I'm not going to come see you. Let's see how that goes for you there, Kyra. Bumhole.
I know it. Do you want me to do it, or do you want to do it? We have like the... When I'm done with this...
Kyra, you have a child that's been down here twice looking for your attention for you to put her to bed, lay down with her, snuggle with her, whatever the case may be. Every single time one of your children come to your room, you are so effing annoyed, and your priority is to do your videos. Then it is and every single time you don't realize that you're showing this to people, that your priority is always going to be your social media and your likes and comments from these weird ass strangers who give you compliments for some reason. Can you hear this for a second? Like, she already been on for about an hour, right? And so you can be like, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. My kid wants me. No one's gonna hate you. Your fans aren't gonna be upset with you. They're gonna like you more. But she can't. She literally physically needs this dopamine hit that people are feeding into her ego over her children. Where's Preston? I thought he was parenting. You're such a terrible person.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go take her upstairs one last time. Hold on.
Yeah, one last time, my ass.
Okay.
Sorry about that. My kid needed me.
I just missed you guys, and it feels so good to
You just missed strangers on the internet. I just missed your money.
be back and like just connect with people, and especially the people that I keep saying, you know, like the reoccurring people. I don't know, it just means a lot.
Holy, you can't go upstairs without dying? That's crazy. Go for a walk or something.
Stairs, and she is not tiny. Today it was funny at the school. There was this baby in the stroller, and it was a really cute baby, but it was like a really chunky baby. And I love chunky babies, so every time I like see them on TV or something, I'm like, oh, chunky. So Aura knows Mom likes chunky babies. So we saw this baby in the stroller, and Aura loves babies, so she was like, you know, she said like, oh, baby. And so I said, how cute. And she's like, it's so chubby. And I was like, but she was like so loud. I mean, it's not offensive, I don't think, but also part of me was like, shh, you know. We went to Mexico for our honeymoon, which I'm not gonna lie, I didn't ideally love the idea of that because we've been to Mexico.
She's so bad at this. Okay, we went to Mexico, but I didn't want to go, you know? Yeah, tell us more about your problems, Kyra. Thanks.
So both of us have gone without each other, and then I don't even know the first summer that we were together. And so
She doesn't even know. I think it's when I was still with Oscar, though.
So I don't know, it was just like, do we want to go back there? But like then planning something anywhere else was like too much. We planned our wedding in like 2 or 3 months, so
We know. We were here for it.
I was just kind of like tapped out, and like
So hear me, you're tapped out, so instead of just hiring a person to find you a great vacation spot, blah, 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 these things, there's a million places you could have gone. You just went to a place you didn't want to go and spent thousands and thousands. You idiot. You're an idiot.
just both of us were, and
Both.
so we were like, we'll just do it in a couple months. And then we found this resort on our way back home, like scrolling through our phones. Because I still kind of felt like, well, maybe we should. I don't know. So I just was kind of like occasionally looking at places. And then I found the place that we stayed at, which was like...
The Threesome Palace. Come out here for the sexcapades.
When are you posting the vlog? When it gets approved. The 27-minute vlog is not the honeymoon vlog. That
She's
is
going to post this while I'm on my cruise, man. What am I going to do?
a bunch of... It's probably my best video yet, I must say. It's
doubt
taken
it.
me months to edit it. Granted,
That's not
there was
saying
like the holidays, the wedding, and the honeymoon. So it wouldn't have taken me months without those things, but it does include the honeymoon. It's just like footage up until the day of our wedding.
It's not even your wedding video yet.
I'm going to upload that on Monday. It's actually done. It's completely done being edited. I just need to add all the links that I talk about. And there's quite a long, because it's 27 minutes and it's so many different days of footage. And like, I've been filming that video since October. So there's just a lot of things I need to add, and I need to rewatch and like make final edits, the music. So
Come on.
ideally,
I don't care.
Okay. So typically in a wedding, there is like a ceremony and then a reception.
Is there? I thought you were getting eloped.
The other way.
She's like, let me give you some advice on wedding. Typically there's this. Wait, is that? I don't remember.
Ceremony and then a reception. We had a private ceremony.
We know, because no one was going to go to it.
And then...
I still to this day, just we all see right through this. The reason why she had private ceremonies is because no one wants to go. But an attention-seeking disgustoid like this, like there's just no reason. Other than that, there's not going to be anybody there. That's why they did that.
After, there was like, we did it kind of like earlier, and then there was like cocktail hour, so there was an hour, and usually that's when like the family takes pictures. It's in that hour when everybody else is having cocktail hour. We had our pictures done really quickly, which I didn't love that part because now I feel like the photos were kind of rushed. But that being said, I'm also glad we did it that way because Preston and I went back to our hotel room during cocktail hour, just the two of us. We had the appetizers or the hors d'oeuvres that were served at cocktail hour brought up to us, and we just sat in the room. And it was right after we had our private ceremony, so right after we got married, we sat alone and just like ate our appetizers and just like talked. And
you see at this wedding, right? And you don't want to be around people because no one's gonna be there anyway. And you just kind of like hung out by yourselves at your, like, that's so silly to me. Like, you guys are so bad at this.
And that was really cool. That was like really special just to be the two of us. And there's a lot of different ways you can do that. Like,
there's not really.
If you're not getting married at a hotel, then you could. I know people have done things where they're
I don't want to
next month. So I need one that pretty much doesn't need alterations. So the one I found, I loved, and it's not perfectly fitted, but to get it fixed. So that part was really unfortunate. My photographer was like, I can Photoshop all the tape out of it for you, but I'm like, girl, looser. But she asked for it. It was just the tape. But you can, in a lot of the pictures, see tape because I had it literally taped to everywhere because your
banglies are dangling down to the floor and they gotta hold them up. Like, imagine like getting like paying $15,000 for these things and then like get married and then you find the most revealing cleavage dress all the time and you have to tape it to your body.
The lady, again, she was a great seamstress. Like, it wasn't her fault. It was just the timeline. Like, I couldn't go back and get...
This is what happens when you rush shit. You just don't take care of anything. You just suck.
...it any smaller by the time that I got it done. But she took fabric from the bottom of the dress, because she took a lot of fabric off the bottom, and added fabric to the strap to, like, make it looser. But she added too much, and again, by the time, like...
Everything's like...
I didn't have time to get it fixed. So that part was really unfortunate. My photographer was like, I can Photoshop all the tape out of it for you. But I'm like, girl, you don't need to do that. Like, that's too much work. I, as a non-professional, but like somebody who edits photos quite constantly, that's like a lot of work. You don't need to do that. So that's the only thing that I didn't love about the dress. Like, I felt like all night I was...
If a photographer offers a service, just take it. Like, you're paying them.
Do you feel different being married? That's a good question.
No, because they weren't doing anything different before getting married than after married. They're still living together. They're still sniffing each other's farts. They're still doing all this stuff. Probably doing more threesomes now. They're doing all this stuff. Nothing changed. They got married for content. There's nothing that changed. I don't understand why people... That's why I don't understand why people get married. Like, I can understand getting married for, like, the tax purposes and, like, medical benefits, but you don't need to do, like, any of this. Right? So... literally nothing changed except for now you have a piece of paper saying you're married.
Not really. I feel like I never thought I would either. Like, I've always known.
What kind of question is that?
Marriage to me, I never really knew.
If you're doing a traditional way of getting married, like you didn't live together before, all these kinds of things. If things changed after you get married, then ask the question. How does it feel now that everything's changed? You're living together now. Your lives are compiled. You know, everything's just together. You're always how's that now? Not like, hey, what's changed? Nothing's changed. We have this piece of paper now. What a dumb question. Your fans are dumb. Like,
even people who have been together forever, like anybody that I've ever been around was either married before I was born or they've been together forever but never got married. Like, that's just not what they opted for. And so for me, I always just thought weddings were just like big parties with the people you love. And to me, that is what it was. I think it's like...
Half my wedding, they weren't even at the spot where we were. We went upstairs and ate cheese and shit.
It's like a serious thing. Like, I know that... But so it's just like living together and like having a life together. So yeah, I don't know. I feel it's like exciting and fun to call each other husband and wife. Like,
not fiance. Hey fiance, you're now the husband.
That part is really exciting, but I feel like other than that, I don't know. Like, I don't feel like I feel different.
Didn't she say she got that ring and likes when it's all the way around so she doesn't have to spin it, and then just all she does is spin the damn ring? So okay, cool.
Are you guys planning for a baby now or waiting still? We started trying for a baby in November or December.
Kyra, you're such an idiot. You don't even like your kids. Why would you want more?
Something around there. I was responsible for a lot, which is fine.
I think someone asked, you said you were sober at the wedding, after the wedding. Was that by choice or just had to sober up? Why would you get drunk at your wedding? Like, I'm honestly asking this. Like, do you not want to remember it? And I've shot weddings before. Like, I've been weddings. And I've been weddings where these guys, there's just no way they're going to remember anything at their wedding. Like, what is the point of getting absolutely trashed at your wedding? I just don't understand it.
But I could not be, like, having things... It all happened so fast. Like, it's not like you had, like, this really slow-paced event. Like, no, there's something especially as the bride and the groom, you're, like, having dinner, doing speeches.
Oh, man, I hope some of those speeches come out because I'm going to roast those.
People doing the cake. Like, there's just steps, and it all happens so quick. Your first dance with your kids. We did a first dance with the kids. That was really fun. It's ugly, okay? But, like, this is, like, our closet area. It's just so...
Ghetto.
No. I just don't love it. And so...
Because again, this is another Kyra bad choice. Moving into a house that she didn't really want because she thought she was going to fix it up. Can you imagine her trying to fix up a house? It's worse than Jess, fam.
Like, but it's really deep. So I'm like, if we took all of that out and we put that on these, like, closet walls back here or whatever we decide, like, the IKEA situation is the most affordable route, especially because we're not going to live here forever.
You just moved here.
And then when we have a baby, if we still live here when we have a baby, then we can, like, basically...
I feel like I have to keep pointing this out. But Kyra, if she has another baby, literally has a very high chance of dying. And she doesn't care. Because she just wants it for content. That's crazy. She thinks it's going to save her channel. It's not.
Closet design of it and put, like... I mean, the baby sleeps in our room for the first...
She's saying the baby, like they have one right now. That seems crazy to me, right? She's pregnant, right? That's what's going on? She's pregnant.
6 months. 6 months to a year, depending on the child. So literally a crib.
It's giving Handmaid's Tale.
What's your self-care routine, mentally and emotionally?
Self-care. Leaving your fiance for your nanny's husband. That's my self-care routine.
This is a great question.
Drink. That's what it is. You drink.
You know, I don't do a lot of self-care. I would say
We can tell.
Self-care that this may sound weird, but, like, I have recently set a lot of boundaries for myself with, like,
have you?
People, places, and things, and that's really helped my mental state. And so maybe, I don't know if that's categorized as self-care. I'm thinking of, like, skincare routines, so I don't feel like that's one and the same, but, like, mentally that really helps me. Turning off my phone.
So what she's trying to tell you is that those people who didn't agree with her life choices, F them people, right? That's what she's telling you. Like, if you weren't their friend a week before the wedding, you weren't getting an invite. Remember that? And that's why no one came, because they lost all their friends. So she's now, this is like basically gaslighting. All your friends who took Oscar's side for whatever reason, right? And the reason is that you were gross. Those people, she's like, those are the boundaries she's setting. You can't be my friend anymore. They don't want to be your friend anymore. They were not your friend first, Kyra. You can't just be like, well, I'm not your friend either. They already did that.
Not feeling guilty for, working when I don't get, like, 100% of the time with my kids. And so naturally, no matter who you are.
And that's another thing. She gets her kids like 50% of the time. The other 50% of the time, she could be literally making content without having to watch her kids. She still doesn't do it.
You feel, like, bad for that, for your kids. And so often... like,
and then when she does have her kids like this, she's like, get out of here. I'm doing work. Do your lives when you don't have your kids.
Even right now, Aura's going to bed and I'm like, okay, but, like, mommy's got to finish working and I have to tell myself, like, people have to work. And also she needs to understand that.
You don't work.
But there's balance to it.
You got to be kidding me right now.
I don't know. A couple years ago, I don't believe that I had balance in my life, and not just that, but in, like, so many things. And I feel like now, like, I stop working at a certain time, no matter.
You don't do anything, Kyra. What do you mean you stop working? You haven't posted in 2 months. What are you saying right now? What do you mean you stop working? You don't do any work.
What if my phone is going off with text messages, like emails? I don't care. I've been really good at just, like, I don't care.
You're an idiot.
Oh, no. Okay, you guys, I think I'm going to go upstairs.
Look at the question. Have you gotten a lot more subscribers since the break? No, on the contrary, actually. She's lost thousands.
Give Aura some snuggles like I promised.
An hour later.
Something.
You're gross, Kyra. No one likes you. You smell. Anyway, There she is, first one back, and she just completely is a loser, as usual. I thought she would change a little bit, but nope, gotten worse. That's nice. Fridge or something. Anyway, guys, I've got to cover other videos, so like I gotta get to those things. And jeez, Kyra, if she uploads, you guys make sure you message me. I might have the ability to download it on the cruise. I don't know. The internet's probably super chachi, but we'll see, and I'll try it. As soon as she uploads, you let me know though, and I will react to it. Okay, guys, let's take a deep breath, a vacation breath. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you, because you're some kind of something. Don't you forget it. Protect your kids, and I will see you when I see you.